Shawnee National Forest in southern Illinois is a land of endless waterways, hidden swamps, and towering bluffs carved with ancient rock shelters. It's a vast wilderness, rich in mystery and legend. But deep within these shadowed wetlands, stories tell of something far more terrifying than the landscape itself. Locals whisper of the Swamp Squatch, a massive, elusive creature said to prowl the murky backwaters, watching from the dark. As night falls over the Shawnee, one question lingers. Are these tales just folklore, or is something out there stalking the swamp?
So southern Illinois is where a lot of different bioregions overlap. We're kind of very culturally southern here in southern Illinois, but also biologically. This is a very southern sort of area. We have cypress tupelo swamps, which is not what people think of in Illinois. We're the northern extreme of a lot of southern species. But then also there are a lot of western species that come out through the dry country of the Missouri Ozarks and all, make it across the Mississippi River, and then reach the eastern extent of their range here in the dry upland areas of southern Illinois. And then you've got a few eastern things that are more what we consider Appalachian type species, come out through the hill country of southern Indiana and Ohio, get to southern Illinois, and then don't ever make it across the Mississippi River further west. And then, the glaciers at the end of the last ice age extended down to about Mount Vernon, not that far north of here. So at one point, this was very much like Wisconsin or Minnesota, and a few of those northern species still managed to hang on in some little micro environments around here, especially in the Rocky Bluffs, where you've got some cooler areas with seepage springs and things like that. So we have a really high biodiversity here. On my property here alone, we've documented over 1,600 species without really trying that hard.
Tony Gerard is a college biology instructor at Shawnee Community College in Illinois. With years of experience working on programs like In Search of History, Monster Quest, and the documentary Creature from Big Muddy, Tony has built a reputation as both a researcher and on-air expert. Though a hopeful skeptic when it comes to Bigfoot, his fascination with the natural world, especially the reptiles of southern Illinois, make his perspective both scientific and unique.
Well, so here in the cache, if we look just at, say, mammals, we've got beaver, otter have made a huge comeback. We've got two different species of fox. We've got coyotes. We're here at Wildcat Bluff. I see a lot of bobcats here. I've seen as many as 4 in one day. Raccoons, possums, minks. And back in 2004, I saw a cougar, which is something that was extirpated, but now is coming back from out west. So we got nutria or something that I recently saw one dead. It's a South American aquatic mammal that was introduced into Louisiana years ago. It's now come here. Armadillos are a new thing here, new to me anyway, in the last 10, 12 years.
Check out the campsite here. We're in the RV park part of Ferncliff, right on the edge of the wilderness here. Come over here and check out what we're using to get around tonight. Oh yeah. So those are great because we'll be going on some woodland trails tonight, and because they're electric, It's very silent. We can move silently. We've crept up on deer before. I mean, you can hear the sound of the tires, that's one thing, but otherwise, it's a great way to get around without being too noisy. So we're going to do a little bit of traveling around the lake here, just get used to the vehicles, and then kind of waiting for it to get a little bit darker, and then we're going to go do our investigation.
I personally have lived here on Wildcat Bluff for 30 years, just above the Cache River, and my property borders Cache River State Natural Area on two sides. I've never seen anything mysterious or animals I couldn't identify or anything like that. As a kid growing up here in Southern Illinois, all the stories were about black panthers, you know, which is an animal that honestly does not exist in North America as far as we know. But yet, there were lots of stories of black panthers. My own father, who was a minister and a teacher and not a guy that told tall tales, claimed to have seen a black panther. Nowadays, you know, our big mystery thing is Bigfoot or Sasquatch or something like that. I have a neighbor that lives, I don't know, as a crow flies, maybe a mile and a half from me, probably not that far. And he told me a Bigfoot story, and he was very believable. I can't think of any reason why he would make this story up. And one that is especially intriguing to me, one time I was interviewing two old guys that grew up right near where we're filming. One of them, there's an old cabin as you go down the trail here toward Boss Island. One of them was born in that building. But anyway, I interviewed them about growing up and life on the cache in the early days and things. And I ran out of tape. We were done with the interview and we were just sitting there chatting. And I happened to ask them, what's the strangest animal you've ever seen on the cache? And I thought they might have a tale about an alligator gar or something like that. And they both just kind of looked at each other and looked back at me and went, well. And the story was, and it was in the 1950s. In fact, they knew the year. I want to think 1951, I could be wrong, but some relative got married that year in their telling of it. But anyway, they were standing out in the yard talking. Now this occurred about a half mile north of where I am right now. One summer evening, they were standing in the yard talking, and a dog was running something across the road from them. And as they continued to chat, the dog kept getting closer and closer. And eventually they realized the dog was going to run whatever it was out of the field right in front of the house here. So they said, you know, we had stopped talking and we were both just standing there waiting to see what the dog chased out. And they were very believable as they were telling this. You know, one guy would tell part of the story, the other guy would jump in with it. And then, you know, and they said, finally that dog came out and that dog was right behind it. And it, you know, ran. There used to be a shed that sat right there, and it ran around the shed and cut toward that other way. And anyway, what they describe sounds for all the world like an orangutan. So it was running on, you know, four legs. It wasn't upright. It had long, kind of rusty color hair, and basically that's what they described. I don't know. You know, I don't know why they would have made something like that up. If they did, they were really well rehearsed on it. It only came up as a by the way because I asked that question. They didn't bring it up, you know, I did, and then they both agreed that was the strangest animal they'd ever seen. I don't know what to do with that.
As night fell, we set out on our e-bike, circling the property and listening for signs of a creature nearby. Afterwards, we pushed deeper into the swamp, and we may have uncovered evidence that something is truly living out there in the dark.
Last year, when I saw the creature, was completely mind-blowing.
Did you get a rough measurement of the footprint or anything?
Yeah, and it was 16 inches. And I was just walking over here, I saw that, and I was trying to figure out, okay, where did this thing come from? One of these trees had a break, but it wasn't just a break. It was twisted.
And then all of a sudden, there was just a big howl, roar, a big something, and nothing. The coyote stopped, the cricket stopped, I mean, everything stopped.
I definitely heard an owl that time.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? It's a joke, folks. It's a joke. I was into that.
Do what?
It was green and it just...
It just died?
Yeah. You hold this for a second. The GoPro turned off. All kinds of weird...
The GoPro turned off too?
Yeah. All right, something's going on. Filming at night is fun.
What a sticks, what a sticks.
I think we're getting near the bottom here.
Huh?
I think we're getting near the bottom here.
Yep, finally.
Dead branch across the trail. Another branch across the trail. When I say branch, it's pretty thick, about, I don't know, 22, 23 inch branch. Could have just fallen. Branches fall in the woods. Like I've said before, I don't know if I believe in the whole Sasquatch puts a branch across the trail thing, but it's interesting. Hang on.
Oh. Well, here's the crossing.
You found the crossing?
Creek crossing.
Is there water in it?
Yep. Ah. You must have spooked him. It was like that long. It was right here in that muck. Big old fishies.
Bobbing?
The bigger one was like that.
Well, I mean, that's a good food source, wouldn't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this bad boy over here. Unfortunately, we're going to have to charge the night vision a lot better than what we're doing tonight and have it ready for the next night investigations. Which is a real bummer because comes in handy. Definitely comes in handy. Did you hear that?
I did. Look at this rock. Looks like it's got a band around it.
That's weird.
I assume that's like sandstone attached to a...
That's twice now. I don't see any where they would be splashing.
I mean, I think that was a fish right out there in that spot.
Okay.
Right there by that stick that's curved up. I mean, I assume that was a fish jumping because it didn't sound like something being tossed in the water.
That was you.
That was me.
Okay. Jeez.
Oh, I thought you were facing me.
No.
Then no, that wasn't me. Is that a footprint, or am I just imagining something?
Hold your light sideways to it. That looks like a heel. Is there something else in front of it?
I don't know. I wanted you to come over here so before I stepped over in it. And... Oh yeah, right there.
You got your tape measure?
You know what? I don't think I do.
Oh no.
I think I took it out. I got the kit, but I don't think I brought the tape measure. Let me look.
So use your hand, like point out where the heel is. And then where do you think, like,
I mean, it kind of opens up there.
I think there's kind of like a impression.
I mean,
right
it's
there.
been there a long time, obviously, because
Yeah.
plants growing out of it, but it's following deer.
And
And
then
then there's another one.
and look at that. It kind of looks like a left. See what I mean?
Yeah.
It's flat though, which is what
Right.
you want to see. Man,
It's been there a long time, obviously.
you see a third one? Two's not a bad sign though. What about that right there? Am I just imagining that part?
We'll walk over that way so I don't cross that there. Where are you thinking?
Right there.
Oh, there's a
I'm
snake
telling
skin.
you, that kind of.
There's a snake skin over here.
Huh.
Not digging that.
Because right here, where my brightness of my light is, kind of looks like toe area. And then there's an arch. Not too much of an arch, but it's not super wide though.
No. This seems odd there'd be footprints there.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, no good toe definition or anything.
No.
You'd think as soft as what it was or would have been.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's been here a while, then
Right. It could have filled in.
yeah.
All right.
Huh.
I got to change batteries real quick.
Okay.
Yeah,
So we're at the creek crossing down here, and these obviously are stepping stones made for hikers. And interesting enough, there's a pool here. And possible tracks down here. Nothing definitive for sure, because if they are real tracks, they're kind of old. Trying to see if I see any more in this area. It's really rocky though, so. I'm sure Tony would disagree with us there, but which is fine because that's what we should do. We're going up a little bit. I don't know what that means. Another branch across the trail. Another branch across the trail. Seeing multiple branches going across the trail. Don't know what that means.
I'm guessing railroad tracks.
Do they cross down here? What you hear?
Knock. I'm guessing railroad tracks.
Do they cross down here? What you hear?
Knock. Yes, we have to cross railroad tracks.
It's funny because I noticed a lot of branches across the trail down here.
Let's go up a little further.
Yeah. Oh, here's that
There's
old
the
cabin.
Yep. Go ahead and kill your light. You gotta hold down, just hold down on it. Because I noticed we're down to 3 bars from 4 and I don't want those to run out.
Okay, so Tony told a story about, what was it? Like
I don't remember.
were they brothers that lived in this cabin? And the brothers,
Oh, it's nailed shut.
the brothers told them there was Sasquatch activity. In the area.
And the would be some tore it.
I forgot about the cabin story, man.
Yeah, I totally forgot about it too.
You know what's weird? That makes... They talk about like Ape Canyon, how it's just a story until Marcel found the cabin, and then it kind of gives a little bit more validity to, you know, like he found the cabin site. Kind of like this, I mean, you got these 2 old dudes living in, I mean, look how far we traveled back here.
Oh, yeah.
And they're living in this cabin. And they're like, yeah, oh, look, here's a window.
Oh, you can get in it. Old cast iron stove or something. Multiple bedrooms.
Dude, you want to hear something freaky? My app froze up, but the camera's still working, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The app froze up. And it made it look like... That's freaky.
I can't believe people have graffiti it.
For sure.
Like, not even initials carved in it.
Yeah, that was weird. The app itself froze. Tell you what, if a creature needed a place to stay,
Get in and out of the rain.
get in and out of the rain and the elements, this would be the place to be.
It's a bone, I think.
Yeah, it is. Jawbone, maybe? Or not a jawbone. Rib?
I don't know. There's something been eaten on it.
I hate to be that guy, but it sounded like another knock. It sounded metallic, though.
It amazes me how they notch this stuff out. Like, that notch goes that way, but look at that one. That one goes that way.
It's super cool.
To make it lock together.
It's kind of like a pseudo dovetail.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Well, alrighty then.
Big one going across the trail. Also like to note multiple owls at the crossing, railroad crossing. Another branch going across the trail. I'll tell you what, one thing I worry about the e-bike is what if we have a power drain situation? Whoa! I was saying, it would suck if we had a power drain situation on with the bikes.
Oh, yeah. That'd be a bad deal.
More logs across the trail. It's crazy. There's tons of branches just laid across the trail. All pretty much just going straight across the trail.
I don't think it looks like there's been anybody hiking back in here.
Makes me wonder. Can't tell if that's a spider web or my hairs are standing up.
There's a spider web over there.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's like, what's on my arm? Kind of looking for footprints too. Would say we've been down here for two and a half hours now. We still haven't, I mean, we've been stopping and such, but we still haven't reached what we thought would be the swamp area. Well, I guess, I mean, it's hard to say. We could be in it right now. Man, branches, branches, branches. Logs. Branches and logs. A little bit bigger log than I would like to see. That looked more like a fresh branch, had leaves on it. More branches coming across the trail. We're in a pine forest, Jason.
We wrapped up our first night in the swamp with the familiar outcome. Far more questions than answers. Had we truly stumbled upon a partial trackway? Or were our eyes playing tricks? Why were our electronics acting up at the worst possible moments? And those sounds echoing through the darkness, were they genuine wood knocks, or just the forest speaking in its own wild language? The swamp at night offered no easy clues, only shadows and deeper mysteries waiting to be uncovered. Heading back to the swamp, we spent several hours last night down there.
Yeah, a lot longer than I thought.
Got some cool owl vocalizations. Thought the cabin was a little bit creepy, and we had that weird thing happen with the battery where it went dead, but then it was fully charged after we left the cabin area. I'm not saying it's paranormal, it's just really weird, you know. And that's the cabin where we interviewed Tony, and he was telling us a couple gentlemen used to live there, and they had Sasquatch encountered. So there is a precedent for Sasquatch sightings in the area. And his neighbor, of course, has had a full-blown Class A sighting. And then I don't know if he's got Bigfoot on the brain still. I mean, who wouldn't if you were 12 feet away from a Bigfoot? But
As a kid too.
As a kid,
He was a young kid.
as a kid, and now he's saying he's hearing vocalizations all the time. And then you said you heard a possible wood knock. I think I heard a possible wood knock. I don't know.
Right. Just
I mean, those are always anomalous, obviously. And although I don't take a whole lot of stock in it, there was a ton of branches across the trail, and it's weird how they fall. They don't fall like parallel with the trail. They fall across the trail. I don't understand that. It's like, that doesn't make any sense to me. But so we're heading back out today. Going to get a little drone footage of the area and do some exploring. I was saying earlier that we're out in the middle of nowhere. Like, okay, there's a road here, but middle of the night, there's not going to be any human activity out there. There's no camping in this area. So, I mean, creature can move undetected. I mean, here's a roadway for them to walk down if they wanted to.
Right.
Seems to be a good variety of trees just in this area. A lot of what we see in the Shawnee today, although there is some old growth, there's a lot of it's planted from the Depression.
Right.
Which is crazy considering we got 300,000 acres of forest.
It's crazy to me with it being gravelled like this, why they don't allow to ride bikes on it.
Right.
It'd be different if it was dirt and you were worried about.
Yeah.
erosion, but it's gravel.
This area up here pretty much could be a city park. I mean, there's no undergrowth. That's weird. Like this area we're walking in right now is a dry runoff area.
Right.
Kind of soft, so it might be a good place to look for impressions. We're kind of heading towards this bluff edge area up here, which I'm not going to get too close because being warm, we do have rattlesnake. Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, this is just literally, 50 yards off the trail. So these overhangs over here could be potential shelter for whatever, all kinds of critters. Maybe even big mammal. A lot of these places are Native American sites where the Illini tribes, Shawnee tribes would come down here and make home.
Definite animal activity up here.
What are you saying?
Just the dirt is really trampled. Somebody's got their initials carved into it.
I was hoping we might see some petroglyphs. I'm gonna do a whoop.
Okay.
Whoop! That carried. It's fine, we'll switch out.
Okay.
A lot of interesting formations. So I don't know if this is like, it looks water, you know, we were on, this place was underwater eons ago.
Is that a cave? A lot of mosquitoes.
You seeing a cave back there?
Well,
Or is it just a crack?
I mean, it's a hole.
Wow.
It actually goes way back in there. I mean, you can't get in it, obviously, but I can see through the crack way back in there.
Yeah.
Where's the swamp? I see a marker ahead.
Did I give you the recorder? Did you put batteries in the recorder? My audio? No, I must have stored it because you
Yeah.
were mentioning batteries.
Yeah, you said batteries.
Yeah. But you have an audio recorder on you, right?
Yeah, it's running
Okay.
right now.
I always talk about I make these rookie mistakes all the time, or I don't have an audio recorder on me. You know, worried about camera gear.
Right.
And you know, like different types of audio, like personal audio.
Apparently
not
I
like
need to be the
environment.
audio specialist and you do the video.
Yeah. Be great.
Is there a way to make the camera, can I
Yeah.
drive the camera? Is that what this button is?
Yep.
Okay. That's what I wanted to do. All right.
So we're walking out of our first little marsh area that we're kind of investigating today. This is our second day, and not saying this happened. It's just interesting. Because we went into the wood line around here, we went up to the bluff edge, and we came down maybe 20, 30 feet down this road, walked, and then came back. But I'm pretty sure we passed this spot. We did because
We did, because, yeah, we went in that dry creek bed, because you made the
Right,
comment,
dry
we're going
creek
in the
bed.
dry creek bed.
Anyway, there's this branch. There's been a lot of like
Trimming.
trimming from the park. So this is a trim branch, and we come back and it's laying in the middle of the trail. Which, did we not pay attention to it?
Right, maybe it was because we were talking and we were looking at the rocks and not looking at the
Well,
stick.
what's funny is, when we were up the trail, you said we heard a branch or something fall, and you said something along the lines of, if there's no one in the woods to hear a branch, you know, and we kind of joked, oh, I don't know what it
No,
was.
I said no wind. We walked
wind.
underneath this area.
And this didn't just fall from a tree.
That's
This
not
is a
from
trim
here.
branch.
Well, that's not from here because there's no.
Right.
You know what? So what I'm thinking is, I'm thinking this probably this was here, because they just graded this road and look at the drag marks. It's like it's been under the blade and been drug along the road. all the scratch marks on it.
Or it was like that on the side of the road when it got picked up by something.
Well, but I mean, it's been drugged down the road to make all these scratch marks on it. If it was just trimmed and threw off to the side, it wouldn't have all this stuff here at the top.
Well, what was that tree branch we heard fall?
I don't know.
Jason Dickerson and I getting ready to go out on night 2 of our investigation. So earlier today we were exploring another swamp area. Well, actually it's the same area, we were just on a different portion of it. So tonight we're going to take the e-bikes, and there is a designated e-bike trail along the swamp area. There's not going to be anybody there. It's pitch black outside. We'll be going off trail into different pockets and doing some call blasting, using some other techniques, listening with the parabolic mic, and hopefully capture something good. And when we did our preliminary walk today, the only weird thing, and it's not super weird or anything, but as we were walking out, there was another couple there. There was only Jason and I and this other couple in this large area, and we kind of got turned around on the trails, and we were together for a minute. We went our separate ways. Jason and I did this little loop and came back, and the couple was walking away from the entrance, like going deeper into the woods. But Jason's like, yeah, you're heading deeper in. And as we left, you know, a few minutes later, from the direction we came from, it sounded like, well, Jason said it was at least 2 owls. To me, it sounded like 10 owls. That's an exaggeration, just because it was just like, what is going on? Like, they weren't calling back and forth. They were all just sounding off at the same time, back in the direction where we had left that couple. Anyway, we're heading back to the swamp tonight and hope to get some better evidence. But yeah, let's go. Stay frosty. Second official e-bike whoop. Whoop! Telling you, it is pitch black in the swamp. The swamp's to our right. There is a roadway to our left, not super close. It's although there's a vehicle will go down it every 15 minutes or so. It's not like a highway where people are going up and down it all night long or anything like that. It's fairly desolate in this area. Closest town is about 20 minutes away or so. So, yeah. It's pretty isolated. The swamp area, there's no camping whatsoever, so that I'm aware of. The areas we went to today, there was no designated camping spots. There's picnic areas, you know, around trailheads, but no camping, so there wouldn't be anybody back here. Right here. Kind of looking at the ground too, but that's a live tree. I mean, maybe it was hanging over the trail and someone...
That's what I wondered, if there's a truck that comes through.
It has a little bit of a twist to it though, which is interesting.
Well, and it would have stuck up higher in the air too though, so it wouldn't have been in the way. So I don't really understand that.
Bust out the, take a video of us going forward and behind us. And as a tip, like push it all the way out from yourself so like the straps taut. It'll kind of help you hold it steady. I think. If you don't like that method, don't. But
I see. Yeah.
why don't you do a wood knock too?
So, have you got a super bright light?
Do what?
Do you have a super bright light, flashlight?
Kinda.
Shine way down the... Is there a reflector down there in the center of the road?
I don't see anything.
All right, move your light. There is something down there. Well, there was.
What'd you see?
Well, it looked like something, like a reflector or something. Well, it's still kind of there. See that spot right there?
Let me get off my bike here and look.
See that spot? Like almost in the middle of the trail.
Okay. I don't really see anything reflective. Did you hear that?
I did.
I don't really see anything reflective. Did you hear that?
I did. Here, let me get my flashlight out. You want to keep recording that way,
Yeah.
just in case?
Mm-hmm. So we heard our wood knock.
Turn this off.
What the hell?
See, if there was a reflection down there, I would think that that light would be bright enough to pick it up. Does that help you see anything down there better, or no?
I don't see anything down there, Jason.
You don't see that spot? Let me see if it's still there. That's because it's not there anymore. Yeah, it kind of is. It's just not as bright anymore. It's still there, but it's not as defined as it was when I first turned it on. Can you go back and play what we're recording? It's still kind of right there.
Not.
It's just odd that that's in the trail. That's not a tree.
That wood knock thing almost sounded like a popping noise.
Right.
Not so much of a wood on wood, but more like a mouth thing. I'm seeing other broken branches on the side. I think it's more like they trimmed the trail.
Right,
Like,
that could be.
Like they'll bring machines down and just like kind of hack things off the trail so they're not hanging too close. I mean, like there's one right there.
There's one broke off.
I saw a bunch of smaller ones back there. I think that's all that is. It was interesting though, because it wasn't cut, it was just kind of twisted.
Why would you just bend it over unless it's someone that's riding the trail doing it and they didn't have a saw with them.
That could be it. Okay, coming across the bridge here.
Oh, watch that lip, watch that lip, watch this lip.
Boy, I'd hate to be on a road bike of any type and hit that.
Right.
Let's hang on, it's a good, did you hear that? Did you hear it?
Mm-mm.
Wood knock. It was loud. Is something paralleling us in the woods? Or is it just normal wood sounds? But it was a loud knock. Well, we definitely hear the running water now. I'm pointing at it now.
Oh, there's one that way too?
Possibly coyotes. It's hard to tell. You know, the water can mess with your audio, like your ears.
I see a big old tree up ahead.
Look at that, right off the bat. There's a tree going across the trail.
Lots of them. Oh, sticker.
Let's bust out the night vision. I'm gonna grab the parabolic. Want to do a call blast?
Yeah.
Keep that running, and hand it to me. I'll keep the parabolic going. Stand a little farther out there when you do it so I can film you.
These actually came from down here.
What are they?
Shawnee Bigfoot vocals.
From Southern Illinois?
Yes, from Shawnee, where we are.
Is that from Stan Courtney?
I can't remember where I got it from. I have to go back and look and see.
I just heard an owl from 3 different directions.
He knocks this way. You hear it?
To our left?
No, straight over there.
Here, take over on this. Please.
Hold on. Gotta see what time it was. 1:55 time. I'm hoping my recorder picked that up. That was a good one.
I had the parabolic running. Kind of in that direction.
Yeah, it come from that way.
Oh. Sound like a tree knock?
Yeah, one crack.
We haven't done a wood knock yet.
Nope. Maybe he wants to stop knocking and see if it responds. Something up to the right, way off in the distance.
What'd you hear?
It was like a boom sound, so I don't know if that was like a human-made sound. It didn't sound like a knock like I heard the first time. You're not running parabolic, are you?
No. I can though.
I just wondered how crisp that would sound. Ask and thou shalt receive.
Seriously?
You're not running parabolic, are you? I just wondered how crisp it would sound. That'll be done.
That's fucked up.
Ooh. That sounds a little different over here.
Heard something over here.
Flashlight.
Do what?
So there's your flashlight. It's sitting on your seat.
Where is it?
I set it on your seat.
Oh.
God dang it, this thing shut off.
I'm seeing my breath.
Yeah, I was too every once in a while.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
What did it sound like?
The owl, I heard the owl go whoop, 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 and then I don't know if that was a dog off in the distance. After that,
Yeah.
does it sound like a dog to you?
It could have been a dog. It could have been grunting.
Could have been what?
Grunting?
Oh,
Like a...
right. Tell me you heard that.
Yes. I caught that. Time 11:24.
Tell me you heard that.
Yes.
Tell me you heard that.
Yes.
Tell me you heard that.
Yes.
What would be my reaction if Bigfoot were proven to be real? Well, boy, I would be stunned because, you know, as far as just a flesh and blood animal as we know it, you think about things that are so elusive like cougars or wolverines. Yet, I don't know, you know, there's still pictures of them. There's still trail cam pictures of them and all that. Now people say, oh, but there's plenty of trail cam pictures of Bigfoot. Yeah, but, you know, for the hundreds of thousands of trail cams that are out there, there are not enough Bigfoot pictures. Now, having said that, I worked on the History Channel show Monster Quest, don't judge me, but all 4 seasons. And we had a really nice several $1,000 Bigfoot costume. And the footage that we got of, you know, with the guy in a costume is not nearly as, to me, convincing as the Patterson-Gimlin footage. But on the other hand, if the Patterson-Gimlin footage is real, and now everybody, you know, has the camera right there in their pocket, and nobody's got anything better in the last 50 years, I don't know how that works.